Although this video is kind of short, but regardless of everything else though, we can able to at least do the free play mode, because there are some few minigames that we have not played yet for the sake of this whole entire let's play so far, so we can probably expect able to hit in there, and able to actually just to play certain minigames that we have not played. So, I believe there are about a few of those minigames that we have not played yet. So we've played all 4-player minigames, or 1 versus 3 minigames, and even like, all the DK minigames, and, well, as far as the forms of 2 versus 2 minigames, and, the story mode, which I'll show that off for last, and, basically, as far as minigames types-wise, we actually got two versus 2 minigames we have got left, which are Defuse or Lose, and Berry Basket. So because of this, let's tackle through Defuse or Lose first. So yeah, this is the first one of those minigames we have not played yet. Slow the burning fuse by doing a ground pound directly on it. If a spark reaches King Bob-omb, you will lose. So basically, you're gonna have to keep on doing some ground pounds on these little fuse, and basically that's how you're essentially gonna keep the actual King Bob-omb alive. So, and in fact, this minigame will make a comeback in Mario Party the Top 100, by the way. So, being the obvious differences from that is the fact that with the actual environment is not the same as the original. So because of this though, yeah, that's as far as I can say about this minigame. It's just that you're gonna have to keep on doing quite a few ground pounds if you really want to able to blow out the fuse, but some people usually complain about the fact that why can't they just use like water guns instead? I mean, that will be, seems a little bit more obvious sense, but again, it's just the actual coincidence about the fact that for the video game logic side of things, but still, you really can't deny about that, so. But I digress. So even then though, we already got about a few more videos to go for the likes of Mario Party 5, and then once we're done with Mario Party 5, then we can pretty much move on to the forms of the 6th game, so yeah, that should be pretty exciting, especially noticeable how the fact that, well, we pretty much almost catch up for the rest of the series by that point. So, even though it was a bit of a slow start in 2020, just because of the forms of the amount of Let's Plays we are constantly going to be doing throughout the whole thing, oh jeez, this is going to be pretty close right here. Especially noticeable that I'm really worried about the middle fuse flame, and oh no 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 no, oh, we somehow win! We somehow won this! Oh wow, that was actually really close. I was expecting if we were able to go lose this minigame, because due to those two fuse things right there, both on the middle and the right, almost gonna directly blown up the big Bob-omb right there, or King Bob-omb as what it stands for, but hey, at least that was actually a really close victory right here, so. Berry Basket. Work with your teammates to get as many fruits as possible. The team with the most points is the winner. And basically, one player can able to do the forms of shooting the ball, and then the other player can able to catch the fruit with the basket. However though, darn it, I'm gonna do the hardest job ever. At least to me anyway. Which appears to be trying to catch those fruits with the basket, which, to me though, this is not easy though. I much rather prefer just trying to able to actually hitting with the ball and stuff like that, because I think to me, hitting a ball was actually kind of easy, but still, I can't deny about the fact that how bad I am for the sake of this minigame. Mainly it's because of the forms of depth perception, or maybe it's because computer players got, you know, very lucky when it comes to depth perception in mind, but still, I can't deny about that. So yeah, I somehow lost by 5 berries. Oh jeez. So many points I was off by. Well, at least specifically for like 5 or somewhat, so. But usually it's going pretty close though. But anyway, that's it for the 2 versus 2 minigames, and let's move on to the battle minigames, and we're missing only one, and that is Bill Blasters. I don't mind this one. This one is kind of fun as well, so. Fire bullet bills at opponents. Your platform briefly stops when your shot is fired. The last one standing is the winner. And basically, you have to press the A button to fire the bullet bills, and that's all you really have to do in this minigame. So yeah, it's that simple. No control stick inputs or anything else like that. It's just basically you press the A button, and that's pretty much about it. So. But yeah, there's not much else I can honestly try to say for the most part. Ah, jeez, I just got owned. But eventually, that, you know, you start the minigame off with, like, 3 hit points, but then eventually if you get continuously getting hit, basically your, platform will decide to slow down. So, that might be seems the case for the sake of this minigame as far as this is a suggestion. So, in fact, though, sometimes... Oh, jeez! Oh, I think me and Waluigi are actually tied for 3rd, if I recall. But, dang, I was literally that close to able to win this. But let's see whoever wins this. Well, I can definitely tell that Luigi did manage to win this. So, good for his shots, I suppose. And then, if I was expecting if we can able to actually run into this minigame during the course of the minigame wars, but unfortunately though, we didn't get a chance, so oh well. But at least we showed this off in the end anyway. So as far as duel minigames are concerned, well technically we've already seen some of them, but mind you, I haven't exactly played them yet. So because of this though, those are, well let's just say Bond of Music, Countdown Pound, and Pump and Jump. So let's go get started with Ground Down or Countdown Pound. Do a ground pound to stop the timer as close to 0 seconds as you can. Whoever stops the timer closest to 0 seconds wins. So yeah, basically it's gonna be more accurately like a timing thing basically. And basically it's the fact that you need to get like closest to 0 seconds, and that's all you really have to do for the sake of time, so... But you know, you get the idea about this, so either way though, we've already seen this before, but computer players are playing, so... Why do I do that? Why do I just... Oh, I'm an idiot. Ugh, I know I was jumping too early, and I was like, pressing the A button. Oh jeez, that was my fault. But at least you've already seen this before, so there's not much right to home about. So, next minigame, well technically we've already seen this before, and that is Pump and Jump. And this time I'm going to compete against with Wario, so build up the most pressure in the platform to jump the highest. Whoever jumps the highest wins. And if you recall correctly from this footage right there, this is based off from the PAL version by the way. The only difference is between the NTNC versions of this particular game's minigame instructions footage is that in the European PAL versions is that they show us Luigi and Wario participate in this minigame. However, in the North American version, it just gets like Wario and Mario, so that might be the only difference between the different regions, I suppose, but still. And of course, my previous record on here is 379 meters, so would I possibly be that? Well, I can definitely tell I'm really good at button mashing right there, so in this case, I've got myself a new record. Although it's kind of a shame that we won't going to be hearing this little female voice of the new record jingle anymore, just because, well, this is the last time we're going to be hearing this, just because until, you know, Mario Party 6, Mario Party 7, it will be replaced by a male voice, which I don't mind this at all, especially noticeable how the fact that, well, you know. Anyway, onwards to the last dual minigame, Bond of Music. Jump around the cloud and try to find as many invisible blocks with a musical note on them as you can. So basically, it kind of feels kind of like luck-based, but ultimately speaking, when you're able to figure out where the musical notes are, then you should able to probably guaranteed able to find them. So, as long as you pay attention to the actual depth of it, so... And this appears to be takes place in the exact same section as the new forms of, well, what else? Blown Away. Except the fact that rather than just trying to deal surviving, instead we need to able to obtain the most insane amount of those, you know, musical note blocks. Whoever gets the most out of it wins. So, I'm pretty sure I got this. Although I may be wrong, but we'll see what happens there. And let's see, oh, I somehow win by 1 musical note block. I'm quite surprised about that. Again, if you don't do anything at all in this minigame, basically the 2 opponents are usually fell through the cloud, so to be able to get a draw from. So, yeah, that's that. Now let's move on to the Bowser minigames, which at the moment we're only missing 1 minigame, and that appears to be the luck-based minigame of them all. And that is Cauldron, so, oh boy. Select one of the 3 cauldrons to hide in. If Bowser breathes on a cauldron you're in, you'll lose. So think of like Hide to Go Boom from Mario Party 4, except the fact that it's a Bowser minigame. So because of this though, imagine if we're able to come across into this minigame in any party mode for that matter, then I will really gonna be screwed by that point. But ironically enough is the fact that we haven't touched upon this minigame for the entire Let's Play so far, up until now anyway, which I found was kind of surprising, but still, I can't deny about the fact that how much a guilty pleasure when it comes to able to not come across into this minigame at all times, so... Well, it looks like Luigi and Wario are both out. Oh, please don't be me, because I'm on the X. Ah, dang it! He just got me. Which, I believe, Waluigi managed to survive this. Yeah, I think he did. Whatever, we'll take a loss anyway. Especially noticeable how this is considerably the most luck-based one of them all though, which, screw that. So, again, we'll, save the actual, the story minigame Frightmare until last, because, otherwise we'll be able to actually just to save that one for last, so, along with some extras here and there as well. So, yeah, I guess we should probably end things over this point right here. So join me next weekend for more of Let's Play of Mario Party 5, is that we are moving on to the next mode, which appears to be the bonus mode, so things get a little bit more interesting. So I'll see you guys until then. Later, fellas.